In this video, we'll be continuing our look at cascading style sheets, and we're going to focus on divs and spans. Probably the most useful element in your toolkit is the div, or division. You can think of it as the Swiss Army knife of HTML elements. It's used to create divisions between sections so that different attributes can be assigned to them, as in the example we'll take a look at here. I've got some text which has no element enclosure, it's just bare text, and we'll take a look at that here. Some red text and some more text. Well, obviously this text is just black. Let's create a div around this. Rather than use the P element, let's do something a little bit different. Let's use the division. And we'll use an inline style here. Okay, we'll save that and take a look at this. So now we have some text which is enclosed within the style, and it's a color of red. Now it should be noted here that because divs by default act as paragraph elements, you can't simply use a div to style part of a line of text. So if I wanted to use a div and style this part of text, it will send this part of text down to a new line. Let's experiment with this a little bit. So within this div, I'm going to create another div. Actually, we'll just grab that. We'll close this. So what I've got is nested divs here, and I'm going to try to set this text as red and this text as blue. R is 0, G is 0, and B is FF, which is full. Let's take a look and see what happens. So as I mentioned earlier, the div treats whatever's inside it as a paragraph. It makes it go down a line. If you don't want that to happen, then this is where the span comes in. So divs are great for dividing something, but it creates a kind of a paragraph new line. Span doesn't do that. It allows you to work in line. So let's try that and see what we can do here. So rather than div, I'm going to replace the divs here with spans. So the span style color, and this is ending span. And let's see how this works. There we go. So the span allows you to do inline styling. It's also important to note, though, that a div can be made to act as a span, but a span can't be made to act as a div. If you know what you're doing, then you can make a div work like a span, but not the other way around. And we'll see later on how nested div elements allow us to organize the page in discrete units.